Hey everyone, and welcome to the new moon in Cancer video. And the new moon is happening on the 9th or the 10th of July, depending where you are in the world. So normally Cancer season, there seems to be a theme for July so far. But normally in Cancer season, it can be quite heavy and dense emotions, and people don't know where to, which box to place their emotional turmoil in, which is just the description Spirit's given me. But I feel like there's a lot of reprieve July or so far, because there's been so many astrologically placed aspects and transits that have been happening last year and a bit. It's placed a lot of tension on us. I feel like that tension has almost released and lessened the pressure on things that we would normally feel like we couldn't handle because we had so much shit thrown at us, basically. We're actually very resilient to what was happening around us, and therefore we handle things better now than we did. So one of the biggest things is reflection that's come up for this new moon, and you're really being asked to have a look at where you were a year ago, feelings wise, jobs wise, emotions wise. What area have you grown in? So say if you struggled with boundaries, have you implemented strong boundaries? And remember on that, if you implement strong boundaries, if you've gone your whole life without them because you didn't know how to implement them, then you've learned how to do that. People in your energy field might not like it. So you might be thinking, this isn't working. It is working. It's just all that energy that you've had your whole life of not knowing how to implement boundaries has generated massive energy, and it takes a while of you being in your self-worth and your confidence and continually keeping your boundaries in place. It takes a while for that energy to stabilize and to grow, I'm being shown. So sometimes when you make changes, if you sometimes don't see the instant energy changes around you, that is why. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think law of attraction, all the rules to law of attraction is correct. The energy frequency you are, you attract what you are. I don't think that's always true. If you're unaware, if you're not aware of your emotions, your feelings, if you haven't done your shadow work, those are the people that attract what they are. But when you're working through your shadows and you've been doing so for years and you're doing all the right things and you're not seeing changes, that's why. It just takes such a long time. I don't want to have to be saying these words, but it's answering a lot of questions that I've had actually. So this is great. I'm just going to keep talking. But yeah, it takes time for that new reality to stabilize, for people at an energetic level to sense that, no, she's firm in her boundaries, therefore I'm not going to mess with her, basically. So it's funny how I chose the Fountain Tarot as a foundation for this new chapter. And so, yeah, Spirit wants you to look at, where were you last Cancer new moon? How have you changed? How do you stop accepting things that aren't good enough for you? How are you making better decisions for you? And it's really around this energy of this new moon is going to show you in what areas your heart and your soul truly desire, and what areas of yourself that you need to focus on and nurture. So journal as much as you can, because you're going to be a clear channel, because, Cancer is a water sign, and that's all about emotions and feelings and, psychic gifts. So you're going to be receiving lots of insight. So please, even if it's for like 5 minutes every day, just try to channel, because it's really about nurturing your soul at this time. It's really about connecting to what you really want, what you really need, how you can nurture yourself a whole lot better, because that's like one of the life lessons that we've come here to learn, is how to do that, which we've all struggled with, right? Because we've all overgiven our lives, we give other people too much. And since we're learning how to take all our power back, it's almost like a reconfiguration. So if you've been like projecting out energy your whole life, like, I'm going to do this so they love me, you know, trying to win your parents' approval through other situations and jobs and people, and like, oh, if they tell me I do a good job, then I'm worth something. Like, I get it. Like, I'm still a bit like this, and if I'm at a job, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just like, I know I'm good. Yeah, I don't do everything right all the time, and I'm learning, but I know I'm good. You know, I don't need other people's approval to tell me I'm doing a good job, because I don't care. I don't care. You know, it's about knowing your worth and knowing that you are in your everyday life, you're doing a good job. And it doesn't matter if that's not reflecting back to you through people or situations or energy. So that's like the biggest thing, if you can take that away with you from this video. That's the biggest thing that Spirit's trying to get across. Communication. Not surprised to see this. So during this new moon, it might be highlighting communication issues where people may not see eye to eye. See, Cancer season is people, oh, okay, incoming. So as we know, Cancer season is all about emotions and feelings. People, think about last year. I know last couple years, people were really struggling with Cancer season because they were trying to work through their shadows, and that's why I feel like Spirit's asking you to think about where you were last Cancer season, if you can remember. But a lot of people were struggling at that time with their emotions and things like that. So you've evolved, you've leveled up in that department. So that's why I feel like this Cancer season is not going to affect you as much. Now, other people around you that haven't, and not to say that we're better, but just, you know, it's all in perspective. Other people around you that are orbiting around your energy, I'm saying, you know, just in your sphere and realm of energy, they're not as aware as you are. So there's compassion to be had because, you know, they're on their evolution journey, and, you know, you've graduated to the next level. And not that you would, but they're just saying for perspective, try to be a bit more compassionate with others that aren't where you are. And even if they're, I don't know, if they're projecting their insecurities onto you, or I just feel like people are going to try to rock your energy, like rock the boat, but you're not going to let it because you've grown. Because you've grown a lot and you've evolved a lot. Empowerment. Yeah, it's just, there's such an empowering energy. You've really, really come so far. And I feel like you're already feeling that. You know, you're in your power, perhaps, even if you can't see it. Reflected to you in the outer world. And look how she's alone. And she's got her soul with her. She's like, literally, cut anyone that messes with me. Like, she's in her power, and almost like no one is coming up to her and messing with her because she's been standing ground in her power. And some of you see the horse here. Oh, look, there's a guy that needs to wear his shield to protect himself. Like, people know not to mess with you anyway, whether it be consciously or subconsciously or energetically. People will know not to mess with you. Yeah, it's really powerful. I'm loving it. Trust. Trust yourself and the universe's plan for you. Do not give your trust to others lightly. When one door closes, another one opens. I was actually having a good discussion with someone yesterday about that. And we were saying how we just don't trust people. And it's like one of the crappiest life lessons you have to learn is you can't trust people. As a piece, especially when you're a sensitive person and you know how to think for yourself, people feel threatened by you. It's funny, remember that movie Inception and how they're in the dream state? And if they started to not act like all the other people, they would sense it in that Matrix dream state and they would all attack them and kill them. Sometimes I feel like this world's a little bit like that. Not that physically it will attack you and kill you, but you see how people react if you think differently. They take it as a personal attack. It's like, why can't I think how I think and you can think how you think and go along your way. But people will just like aggressively fight to the death to prove their point or want you to think the same as them. It's like, you can think what you want. What has it got to do with me? Like, I don't understand that. So that might be something you're encountering, but yeah, especially as empathetic, sensitive people, we used to trust people too easily. And then as you grow older or more experiences you have, you learn the art of discernment. You know now that you can't trust everyone and that only time will tell. And you'll know it too, probably when you first meet someone. If it's not when you first meet someone, if you can't just feel it in your body. Ow, it's like I just got bitten in my sock. Ow. What was I saying? To get me, ankle biters. Yeah, if you don't feel it straight away, you will see it. You just lay low, be quiet. You will see it in their actions. It doesn't take people long to trip up. Then you're like, I saw it, I knew it. And then you have a choice to move away or to try to withdraw your energy from that situation. Focus, stay in the moment. See, Cancer season is about nurturing yourself, nurturing your home, nurturing the people around you. But it's more of a self-focus. I really feel like it's more of a, oh, this is how you'll know if you're doing too much for other people. Like, little things will go wrong around you. But if you're doing your own thing and doing what's best for your heart and your soul and your spirit, things will either just coast along smoothly or you'll see some changes. So that's how you'll know if you're in alignment. Like, if we rush too much, we really need to slow it down. If you rush too much, that's usually when you'll like knock a glass over. So you're rushing around to go to an appointment. You're like, oh crap, I've only got 5 minutes. So then you go to put your glass down and it falls off on the floor, and then you've, spent more time cleaning up rather than being able to leave on time. But whereas if you just went slow, go, oh yeah, I'm running late, I'll just call them, let them know, put the glass down the table further away from the edge, not a problem. So it's just like we're being asked to not rush, not jump ahead thinking to the future. What am I missing out on? What am I not seeing? I want to force this situation. None of that. It's like when we're quiet, that's when the answers come to us. And just move slowly. And it's really, for the rest of your life, I would love for you to focus on what brings you balance. What brings you nurturing. Also, it's a good time to just update your house as well. Just like the foundation. Cancer energy is about foundation in the home. Or redo your kids' bedrooms or bathrooms. Just even if you can't do big renovations, buying new mats, buying new towels, buying fancier soap, buying nice candles, things like that. Harmony. Just seeing if that was Cancer energy as well as Libra. But yeah, it's like a real well-balanced Libra energy as well that's coming in for this new moon. Us harmonizing in our life, us bringing balance in our life by doing what's best for us. Those feel-good vibes. What gives you those feel-good vibes? Schedule in more of that. Schedule in more, another little task for you if you don't mind. Schedule in more of the things that you want to try. It's very action orientated as well, but like in small bits and pieces. What else is coming in for us during this new moon in Cancer? We're really learning to let go of the past. This is like one of the biggest shifts that's coming through. The loss of the past. We're letting go of the restlessness. Whereas once we might have been continually like picking at something that was dead or trying to force it, trying to force situations, make people like us, make things work when they're not working. We're learning to let that all go and just move along. Just go, okay, this isn't working. I've tried my hardest. I'm not going to try and revive something that's dead. So we're shifting this restless energy as well, this loss of this is very, I feel like a lot of us have moved past it, but the residual energy might pop up. Like of this energy of I'm not doing enough. Sometimes in your life you're meant to be in action, and other times in your life you're just meant to just let things go and just let things unfold. And this is one of those times. We can't always be, you know, masculine and forcing. This year's really been about resting, reflecting, and renewal, and slowly making new plans, the plans that weren't really working out for us before, learning how to change them and be okay with that, being okay with things not working out, going, okay, this isn't working out, or I've tried 5 times with this one. Got message received, my friend. I mean, and that's not saying that like it might not happen next month or a couple of years later, because once we plant that seed, sometimes it takes a while for it to grow. Sometimes it won't grow at all. It's a dud seed. But you're learning how to just go, okay, I've done all I can do now. I'm just going to step away and focus on something else. Devotion, spiritual practices. I'm seeing it says, what came first, the chicken or the egg? So a lot of you might be trying to figure out where certain emotions have come from in your childhood, or realizing certain patterns in your life for healing purposes. And Spirit's like, it doesn't really matter if you can let that go. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Some stuff we keep overthinking doesn't matter. Power. Look at this. Empowerment, trust, power, 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 power. It's such a beautiful energy, which is, my God, such a relief after this crazy year. And some of you had a hard year last year. It's just madness, you know, but much needed, because we needed the change. But really stepping into authenticity and integrity and knowing, look at this lady and look how much wisdom she has. And I really feel like this is like putting you first, this acts of devotion, like this lady's playing an instrument. That's soothing for the heart and soul. Being creative opens you up to more abundance, because you're connecting to that higher frequency. It's like childlike energy. And children, most of them, are a joy to be around, and watching them create and jump from one thing to another. It's beautiful to see. They have beautiful energy. Kids have gorgeous energy. And so when we tune into that and we learn how to be childlike again, and commit to raising our frequency in that way by being, you know, it's such an act of self-love to do what you love. It's so beautiful. And you're also going to find things are going to manifest easy. And that's the other thing that I wanted to say. I probably said it before, but just a reminder, get your notebook out also and just make a short list of goals for July. It can be as simple as, I want to get some, you know, and make it small. Put your big ones on there too. Maybe do 2 big ones, 5 small ones. Things like, I would like to get some fancy scented candles with crystals in them, or a new handbag that I love. Things like that. Jot it down and then let it go, and watch it come to you. So we've got 4 of Wands. That to me is the resting again. 3 of Cups, working with people that are in the same vibration as you. Sun, the most joyous card in the deck. And, you know, the Sun is in Cancer as well now. And New Moon is in Cancer. I feel like it's really shedding light on darkness and helping us shift it and to be able to let it go. Page of Wands, seeking new experiences and moving joyfully towards them. And the Hermit in reverse. So no longer hiding away. I do feel like it's a slow action orientated new moon, which is madness, hey, because usually new moons can be quite heavy energy. you can feel quite tired around that at that time, which we probably will. But we could also feel quite rejuvenated because there's such beautiful energy coming through with the sun here and the Page of Wands. I feel like you're going to want to action stuff. I feel like you've been in hermit mode perhaps for a while. If you haven't, it's opposite for you. It's really good time to rest. It's balancing the action with the resting. It's that whole balance this month. And this new moon. But, you know, trying to work on this energy takes a bit longer than a couple of days around the new moon. So I think we just really need to focus on this for the whole month of July. This is amazing, guys. I hope you love this reading. Please like, share, comment. And yeah, don't forget to check out my other videos, and I'll see you soon. Oh, before I go, if you haven't clicked off already, I am still working on my moon journal. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it has been. Turns out sizing whilst publishing is a nightmare. So it's coming. Redesign the covers, and I've redesigned the pages so many times, which has worked out well for me, even though it's been a bit of a delay. But I'm learning patience, right? So it is coming, so look out for that. I don't know, hopefully soon. So yeah, it's exciting. Another chapter, another release. Last year it was documentaries and channeling courses. This year, not so much. A lot of healing and releasing for me too. And yeah, the journal, I can't wait to have something physical to write in every day. It's going to be amazing. And pretty design as well. So yeah, keep your eye out for that, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.